King Ty next here, and I've been reading the comments. Where's part 3? Where's part 3? I got you. I got you. Just chill. Ah, jeez. Pun unintended, okay? Um, Also, I apologize for whatchamacallit. 3 weeks with no upload. Anyways, let me stop stalling and get on with the what if. Where was I? Oh yeah. Anyways, like I said in the last bite, Izuku obliterates the competition in the entrance exam. Now, I didn't mention his spot in the last bite, but if it wasn't obvious already, Izuku gets first place in the entrance exam with a whopping 100 villain points and 60 rescue points. With simple addition, let's see. 1, 2. That gives Izuku 160 points in total. Now, with that little explanation out of the way, let's get on with the story. Izuku gets his letter from UA, where All Might, in a hologram, explains how Izuku ended up getting first place in the physical part of the entrance exam, and in terms of the written exam, he was in the top 10%. Now, of course, Izuku has a little bit of a celebration hearing this, and I'm not going to be focusing on that part too long. Matter of fact, let's just skip to the apprehension test, or apprehension exam, whichever one you want to call it. Most of the interactions stay similar to canon, so it's not really worth going over it. Besides, Izuku being able to speak to Uraraka properly this time around. Anywho, Aizawa tosses Izuku the softball, explaining how he wanted him to throw the ball using his quirk, considering how they weren't allowed to use their quirks back in middle school. Something he found to be highly impractical, and he already had Izuku's physical records as well this time around, so he didn't bother asking about how far this guy's throw was back then. FYI, it was 67 meters. Izuku is, needless to say, excited to finally use his quirk to the best of his abilities for once. He chucks the ball, but before it could get too far, he gave it an extra push. What do I mean by this? Ice explosions. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Ice explosions. Izuku shoots an ice explosion at the ball, launching it even further at an even faster rate. Alright. Izuku shoots an ice explosion at the ball, launching it even further at an even faster rate. Izuku doesn't yell, "Die!" like Bakugo would in the original canon, of course, but Izuku does yell out what the move is called, leaving the class impressed by what he just did. Those that were in his field at the entrance exam knew already that wasn't all he could do, though. That wasn't even scratching the surface. Izuku ends up getting a score of 1.5 kilometers. Some of the kids in the class cheer seeing this, though annoyed. Some of the kids in this class cheer seeing this, although it actually annoys Aizawa. It actually irks him quite a bit when some even say how it was going to be fun. This wasn't meant to be fun. It was meant to assess their current capabilities and see their potential. That actually gave him an idea. Next thing everybody knows, Aizawa has a weird, creepy smile on his face. He explains that since some view this test as fun, a game, the one who scores last on the exam will be deemed to have no talent and be expelled. Of course, there's a lot of backlash here in this, but Izuku is notably silent during this whole ordeal. Well, one of the reasons why he is also silent is because of his silent acceptance towards Aizawa's challenge. During the 50-meter dash, Ida still gets praised, since no one could beat his incredible score of 3.04 seconds. But Izuku actually ties with third place here. A girl with a spiky ponytail was able to seemingly create a bow staff that she used to extend herself all the way to the finish line prior, getting 3.06 seconds. Izuku used his ice quirk in order to cover the ground and ice so he could slide on it, while he also shot out ice explosions, propelling himself to the finish line at 3.10 seconds. A girl with red and white hair, who also appeared to have an ice quirk of the sort, simply slid on the ice she formed after Bakugo blew up Izuku's eyes, so no one would get an unfair advantage. He also had his famous rage face while doing so. You know what I mean. During the grip strength test, Izuku ended up making a gauntlet out of ice to help with his grip strength, and it worked, but it still didn't beat this one guy who had multiple arms. Side to side jumping test went to one boy with what appeared to be jumbo-sized grapes on his head, who detached them and bounced on them rapidly before throwing up. Gross. For his standing long jump, Izuku actually gets first place here, thanks to him being able to just make a bridge out of ice and walk over the date. Everyone just looks at him in admiration, minus Bakugo and the girl with the two-toned hair. Well, she's kind of interesting. She just looks at him in mild interest. Sit-ups, he just continuously used his quirk to cool his body so he could continue going before Aizawa put an end to that, saying that he was wasting time and gave him first place in that assignment. See, the toe touch was meh. A girl with a frog-like appearance seemed to be one of the few that was doing particularly well in this test. Her and a girl with pink skin. Izuku did pretty average in this one. For the distance run, Izuku was going on extremely well, using his quirk to keep him cool all throughout. The girl with the two-toned hair was doing something similar, but not as effective as Izuku. Bakugo was Bakugo, and despite his quirk being ill-suited for this test, he kept going like a madman, although he should have stopped a long time ago. Dehydration. Aizawa gets annoyed seeing how the three of them were going at it for a good half an hour with no signs of stopping, and calls it a tie between the three. Bakugo is outraged, but tries to keep his mouth shut here. For the ball throw, Ueraka, like in canon, ends up getting Infinity. I don't see why it would change, so she still gets Infinity. Izuku gets second place in the ball throw, and Bakugo gets third place, just missing the 1 kilometer mark by about 100 meters. So yes, he gets 900 meters here, and my excuse is because he trained even more than in canon in order to keep up with Izuku in hopes of one day beating him. Aizawa posts the scores and shows that Izuku actually got first place here, while Bakugo gets 5th place. The short boy with the purple hair, Mineta, is shown crying waterfalls as he is last place. Now, usually, I would actually not have Aizawa expel anyone, because I actually like Mineta. But I feel a lot of people would enjoy it if I were to do something about Mineta. This one time because I didn't upload so long. Everyone looks at Mineta with sympathetic eyes until he says some perverted stuff, making all the girls hate him immediately afterwards. Of course, I'm not saying anything. As always says, I already said says. Aizawa sighs, explaining that he won't be expelling Mineta from the school entirely, but he will be removing him from the hero course. It's only because of his intelligence that he's allowed to still stay in UA. Mineta is, of course, still distraught, but he does go to pack his bag, seeing as there is nothing he can do in this situation. Izuku just lays in the sun for a little bit while everyone else goes to head back to class. He doesn't tell anyone about his weaknesses though, because why would he? He just met these people. That's it for this video, guys. Sorry for the wait. Am I? No, not really. But I want you all to leave your suggestions for Izuku's costume in this what if in the comments below. Now remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Legit all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Oh, and thanks for helping me reach over 90 subscribers. I didn't think I'd get so close so fast. Especially off of so few videos. Oh, and another thing, as you can tell, I listened to your suggestions. Todoroki Shoto Todoroki. Endeavor's Pride and Joy. And Shoto's Tormentor. Yeah, so Shoto is a female in this what if. So yeah, that's interesting. Alright. Enough for my cringy talking. King Tynex out.